Good evening and welcome to the turtlefollower.com, where we teach you how to stop predicting and start reacting. My name is Steve, and in this video we're going to take a look at all the closing trades that we made for Wednesday, December 9th, 2015. Market had a tough day, a tough couple days actually. You can see that we are pulling back here, breaking below the 50-day moving average where we were looking for it to support, breaking below trend line. Now looking like maybe we want to go back and test this 2012 to 2020 area. But as of right now, I'm doing this video. It's about 10 minutes before the market closes. The market tried to rally off these lows around 2035, but ultimately, they are at the point now. They're down about 14 handles. At one point we were down another 10 points, so we're down almost 25 handles on the futures contract, and it's just not setting up the way we were intending. We are essentially looking for it to stay above the 50-day moving average and eventually break out above these highs. So S&P not looking the best. If we look at the NQs, see they're down 75 points, 1.6%, so they're even worse off today than the S&P, and you can see we're coming back into that level, that 45.75, where the where the 50-day moving average looks like it may end up meeting us at some point. You can see that right in here. All right, but that level is very important, 45.75. So a lot of weakness in some of the tech names, and we've talked about this. We were long a lot of tech coming in. We got stopped out of some of it. We're also long some consumer discretionary. We're getting stopped out of that. So across the board, not the best type of day. You could see here on the current account tab, if I sort by percent change for the day, all the ones that are highlighted in blue are our short trades. So we're stacked up here with all our short trades moving against us and all of our long trades moving against us. So we're not really experiencing what we're looking for in any type of hedge. If the market were to go down, we anticipated our short trades to go down, and vice versa. We're not experiencing that today, so it is leading to a larger than expected loss, but nothing that we can't overcome. So I want to take a quick moment and just go through the positions that we were closed out of first. If we take a look at the model portfolio, we were closed out of 4 trades so far: STZ, MNST, CAR, and COST. All right, so Costco, Avis, Monster Energy, and Constellation Brands stopped out of all of those for a combination of a $138 loss. All right, on top of the $550 loss that we've already experienced for the month, we are now down $700 for the month. A lot of our open profit we discussed yesterday is no longer there. So here, just looking at this, we are still weighted to the long side, but much less than we have been. We only have 12 open trades, and you can see here our average win is much higher than our average loss, and the win rate just about 42%. So let's take a quick look at the 4 that we exited so far. All right, STZ is the first, Constellation Brands, and you can see the exit point was a close or a move below this 139.90 area. Sure enough, we got that today. And remember, in my trading account, I do use stop orders, not alerts. All right, because I do trade a little bit larger, and I want to make sure that we are getting taken out of these trades when we want to be out. Okay, it's more about momentum. If the momentum starts to break, that's kind of the reason that we would get out of it. So STZ, a marginal break, but a break nonetheless. And this is one that we were long. All right, we added to it, got stopped out, got back in it, and now getting stopped out. So with that total trade, took a $43 loss on the trade. Not a bad loss, and you can see this may very well set up again with a breakout over the 145 area. But for right now, just looking to take that off the table. Another one that we were stopped out of, and completely my fault. I completely screwed this one up, and I'll take full responsibility for this, was Costco. I thought Costco had reported earnings. when it had in fact reported same store sales. Okay, so this is just a little bit of just stay focused with what's actually going on. I didn't trust the platform here. It was saying the 8th, and for whatever reason I thought same store sales were the earnings, and it wasn't. So today we had earnings, and this is one of the reasons that we don't hold through earnings on a trading account. But down about 6%, got stopped out on a move under 160 for a loss. Costco, a loss of $110. So yesterday it was about a profit of $100. Today we took a loss of $110. So not the best move there in Costco, and that's complete user error there on my part, and really nothing else. We were in a good trade. It was setting up. If we had known we had earnings, we would have exited it yesterday at some point and taken a nice little profit. But we live by our mistakes, and just remember it for next time. Okay. The other one, we got two more that we got stopped out of. CAR was for a profit. Okay, so CAR had been trading down. We used yesterday's high as the point to get out of the trade. And sure enough, today in the morning, Avis had traded above yesterday's high. We took that as a signal to get out of the trade because it hadn't moved above the high in any of the past 7 or 8 trading days. So we took that as a signal to get out of it. This one took a nice profit of about $121, 5% on that trade. Okay, and we are out of Avis. And the last one was Monster, MNST. Okay, so Monster, here we are down 3% on the day, and you can see we were using, at one point, we were using the lows from Thursday. All right, right around 152. We were taken out of that trade again for a small loss of about $105. So the losses don't, there's obviously more losses than winners, which is kind of the intention when you are a trend follower. But what we need to start doing is trying to get these winners to be twice the size as these losers, and that's not happening as of late. But we do have another 3 weeks to go in the month. Things can turn around, so just stick with the system. It's working, as you can see. We made a nice $451 profit last month. Right now we're looking at about a $300 loss. But again, just stick with what's working, and hopefully these will turn around for us, and we'll start getting our short trades to go in the right direction and the long trades to go in the right direction. So with all those out of the way, let's take a quick look at the trades that we're in. ATI, this is one that we were using this small consolidation here as our stop level. I'm going to take and move our stop down to 1330. All right, 1330, and that's where the stop will be. And again, we'll just look for it to move sideways, potentially break down again, and trail stop behind it. CF is up 2.42%. This is one that we talked about the other day. Stop level is in place and still exists around 47, but you can see that we have this consolidation, all right below a weekly breakdown. And here's the trend line. So good looking trade so far there, working against this, but in the grand scheme of things, good trade. POT, all right, you can see what happened here with POT was, again, similar situation to Avis. It moved higher, but it didn't take out the previous day's high. All right, so that's a key sign here in POT. We're up 7.24% on the trade. And again, just kind of letting it work here. Let's see how this reacts. I'm inclined to trail stop to 1850 to lock in some gains, but I would much rather see it go sideways, set up a potential better stop area, and then break down again. All right, so for right now, I'm okay with my stop being around that 21 level. McDonald's, okay, just keeps working higher. All right, and that's exactly what we want to see. We want to see the ones that outperform to the upside. We want to see the ones that outperform to the downside. So stop stays in place around that 112 area. OI, this is a new one that we entered this morning. And again, trend line, you can see this breakdown to the downside. You can see this consolidation. And of course, it is continuing to run to the downside. So there we are with OI. Resistance, or yeah, I guess you would call it the resistance point, 17 or 1975. So we have our stop set at $20. All right, and again, that one's a new one, so just let that one work. ACE, all right, coming back into the box after a nice breakout. Not looking like it wants to work, but we'll keep an eye on that one. NVS, Novartis, all right, breaking down again. So this is exactly what I'm talking about, where we want to see these continuations happen, all right, after a period of sideways movement. So here was another box, all right, so if we readjust these, so you have a box there, you have another box there, now we're breaking down again, and that means we move stop to 86.50. Okay, 86.50 becomes the new stop in NVS. I feel like these are going out of order. ACE, all right, we went over that. APC continues to just work to the downside. Again, if these start to run on us, though, we're going to start trailing to the previous day's high. Look at where we are in comparison to that stop that we were looking, or that 2R gain that we were looking to put in. So this is not one that I want to see go back to the trend line. And there you can see the market has just closed. This is not one that I want to see go back to the trend line. So we're going to be, since we have more than half of our intended profit already, we're going to trail stop to 54. All right, trail stop to 54 on that. Again, up 7.25%. ATI, we went over. BDX continues to work. All right, if we can get another breakout, then we can potentially look to add a stop up here around the 150 area. But for right now, just let her work. CF we discussed. CARR we discussed. Costco we discussed. Google. All right, Google, look at how close that came to our stop. Let's see, the low was 737, and our order is set at 736.50. All right, so exactly what we want to see. This looks like it's just consolidating, again, digesting those gains that it's made, all right, and looking for a new breakout. So stop is in a perfect spot right there on Google. McDonald's we talked about. Monster we talked about. MSFT, Microsoft continues to just chop around in this range. All right, let's see what happens if we can get a breakout back over that 56.25 area. OGE, all right, again okay, this small breakdown. Our stop right above that level, as you can see. Okay, so again, it's more about that stair step action that we're looking for, and this is what's happening in OGE. Pot we talked about, and stars we talked about. Okay, stars. Unfortunately, we got stopped out of that. I wish that one we still had on, sitting right at that support level. But as far as that goes, again, not the best day, but we are working within a plan, and we're just looking for it to move consistently in our favor. Not every day, but when possible. Now we want to just take a look at our trading account. Our core account positions to see if there's anything we need to adjust. Here you can see Clorox just continues to work, so just let it work. Again, stop down here all the way around 120, looking for an area to eventually trail that up to, and I'm looking at this 123.50 area as a potential. DPS, all right, same thing, working, just let it work. FISV, all right, this one hit our alert. It's closed right at that alert level. We were using, let's pull up the other tool. We're using these lows, so it hasn't closed below the 93 level, so let's just keep it on for another day, see how that works out. Home Depot, another potential stop right there around the 130 area. Limited Brands had been trading higher. Okay, we did trail stop up last night. Was looking like maybe another breakout, but right now just stop is in place, 94.75. Lockheed Martin, we trailed stop up again to this swing low along the 50-day moving average, which has supported for the last 3 times that we've touched it. All right, and now here we are again at the 50-day. Really need to see a breakout over that 220, 221 area. Altria, just going sideways, not doing much. Northrop Grumman, This is one that we probably could trail stop up to. The lows here, right around that 182 level. All right, 182. You can see the 50-day soon enough will be below or above that stop level. So putting all of our ducks in a line there. PSA had a nice breakout yesterday, had a big pullback today. Again, this is one we need to see where we're going to go ahead and trail stop to. For right now, we're going to put it up here around this 235 area and see what happens. Starbucks just going sideways, absolutely doing nothing. Stanley Black & Decker going sideways after breaking out, not doing much. Tyson Foods just continues to run here. This is one that we're going to get aggressive with at this point. And we have a huge gain on Tyson. We're trailing our stop all the way up to this 50-50 area. And honestly, if it continues to run like this and we take out the highs, we're just going to start trailing to the previous day's low. If we look at the core positions in the portfolio, you'll see Tyson, we're up almost 15%, over $1,000. I'm not willing to give that back for the potential for it to continue running. All right, so that's where you have to kind of outweigh your that's where you have to outweigh the potential for future gains with the gains that you actually have already. So, if we lose $3 on this, we'll still take a $700 trade profit out of this trade, which is one of our bigger profits that we continue to take. So again, that's just another way to look at things, not necessarily as the potential for it to always continue to go higher. And the final one, TSS, stop right there at 51.75. You can see that we are consolidating right up here in that area around 54.75. All right, so that's what we're looking at for core accounts. Taking a quick look through the weekly watch list, there was only a couple names that were up on the day. PPL not doing anything as far as a trade, no for that. Campbell's Soup had a big move higher, closed lower, and that's it. Essentially, the other ones are pretty much flat. All right, so no trades for the core account. 52-week high list. Let's take a quick look through those. Should be fairly quick. Dow Chemical had announced a merger or potential merger with DuPont. Not looking to get in on that because it's news driven. Here you can see Smith & Wesson had a nice pop after earnings. PBY, Campbell's Soup, as we discussed, and McDonald's. All right, so nothing on the 52-week high list. 52-week lows, we'll take a quick look through them, but I'm not really inclined to do much just because we have a lot of 52 or short trades in play. And I'm concerned that, this is maybe a little bit of a trap for the bears, but we'll just thumb through these real quick. Again, I'm doing this on the fly, just kind of low press for time tonight. So, of course, if you have any questions or comments, please let me know and I will be happy to answer them. If this is your first time joining us, please go ahead and sign up for the nightly recap. You'll get all these future videos sent directly to your inbox. And if you are a new premium member, welcome aboard. As well, if you are watching this anywhere else besides the website, just understand that you are seeing this about 20 to 30 days, more like 30 days after it is distributed to members. If you want to see these in real time and get these same trade alerts real time, then you are going to have to sign up for a membership at theturtlefollower.com and join us in the premium membership. Now, looking at this, just again, I was thumbing through these while we were talking, but you can see here that one potential trade, if you want to take it, would be in HOG, which is Harley Davidson. All right, what I'm looking at here is a breakdown below that 46 level. Your stop would want to be somewhere around that 50, 57, and you can see that we are essentially breaking down from a weekly consolidation. We then consolidated on the daily and are now breaking down again along a downtrending 200-day moving average. So if you want to take another short trade, you could look at doing that in HOG, and I'll show you how to do that real quick. Stop, let's call a stop 50.75. Heading over to the position calculator. Put it into the position calculator. Stop is 50.75. And you can see that we are looking to short 54 shares of HOG. So I'm not going to take that trade for the portfolio. Again, just looking for it to figure out exactly where we are in this trend with the way the market has reacted. But that's a potential HOG. And again, just going through these again, looking for any potential new breakdowns. And I know what I'm looking for. That's why I can go through these fairly quickly. NVS we're already in. This is one MGA, Magna International. Similar situation, breaking down from a weekly and a daily consolidation. Wabtec, WAB, another one breaking down. CMI. That's it. Okay, we're basically back to neutral. So if you're new and you wondered how I did that so quickly, as I said, this is something you can do in 10 minutes or less every night. I just went through both portfolios, managed everything, looked for new trades, and I'm done. Okay, and the way I do that is just looking through 52-week high and 52-week lows. And if we go back to the example of HOG, what I do look for is a breakdown from not only a daily consolidation but a weekly consolidation, and I look for it to be essentially consolidating prior to the breakdown. All right, so that gives me a good reference for some support and potential references for future stop levels. So as I said, MGA was another one. All right, and again, you could see exactly what's happening. It's breaking down below that consolidation, and WAB was another one, and again, you can see that it is breaking down from that consolidation. So everything has to align. And again, I know what I'm looking for, and that comes with practice. That's one of the benefits here at the premium membership, is just getting that screen time in front of you, getting somebody that has sat through the screen time, and this way it's not necessarily something that you have to go ahead and put all the time and effort into. Somebody else has already done it, and that's the draw of the premium membership. So again, any questions or comments, please let me know, and we will be happy to answer them. Other than that, again, if you're watching it somewhere else, sign up for a premium membership at theturtlefollower.com. If somebody shared this with you and you're new here, just make sure you sign up for the nightly recap and check out the TTF Quick Start Guide. Other than that, have a great rest of the night, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Take care.